Now it's recording. It says it's recording. Tape's moving. Wouldn't let me use the fader, I guess. And the date and time's wrong. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe it's got something to do with the fact that I'm operating this thing out in the cold. This is a Hitachi Ultravision model VM-H835LA with stable PICs, rapid reflex 16-bit DSP, and this is actually a Hi8 model. Trying to adjust the brightness of the built-in LCD here, because yes, that is one of the big features of this. I'm not sure if it's really recording correctly, because when I was trying to play that video and I was on this tape, it didn't look too good. So I'm not sure if there's a problem with the video heads or not. I could try the fader again. In fact, actually, before I do that, I'll turn on the electronic image stabilization and see what that can do. That is all the zoom that you get, apparently. Oh, no, now we're zooming again. That is all the zoom that you get, which I believe also includes some digital zoom. Here's some noises. It certainly sounds like it could be not recording correctly. But like I mentioned, this is a Hi8 camera, but I'm recording in Video8 mode, because I actually have another one of these that's a Video8 version. I was told that this battery didn't work in all of these cameras, or in one of these cameras. It works and seems to work in both of them anyway, so I don't know what that was all about. I did get the power adapter, so it's not too much of a big deal, but I guess while the battery's working, I might as well use it. Oh, it's nasty. You know, winter disappeared for a while, and then it just kind of came back. Huh. And all this snow. Like I said, it was like almost 10 degrees out here. And then it abruptly got cold and started snowing a whole lot again, so yeah, I guess I missed the boat on recording these. I have an auto exposure value that's in the upper corner as well. Right now it says AE60. I've seen it go between 60, 100, and 120. I pointed outside, I get 120. So, I wonder if I cover up the lens with the lens cover. I can. If there are any other exposure values. Nope, looks like 60 is the lowest. Wow, that does not like to open. Wow. Okay, a little bit of a demo of some negative art. Close the door here to give you something more to look at. ZM:2, no idea what that means. There's mirror. Mosaic. Come back to nothing. Turn off the EIS so you get a wider field of view. We'll try these faders again and see what happens. Okay, now it seems to be working. Again, I don't know if it's really recording any of this tape. So, yeah, there you go. There are all the faders that you get on this. Seems kind of like one of the last Canon ones that I looked at. But, yeah, quite a bit different. This camera smells like It's about to blow up or something, so maybe I should stop using it. But here's the other one. As you'll see in a minute when I switch over to this, it's basically exactly the same. The only difference being that this is a VM-E635LA, which is purely a Video8 model, which is why I'm shooting this in Video8. Other than that, it is exactly the same camera. So I think the other difference is that the one I'm using now might have a stereo microphone, but I'm not 100% sure. This one I don't think does. So I'll be right back, thanks to the magic of video editing. Well, not even with video editing, more like with videotape. With this camera. See what I can do. This camera does not have a filter installed. This didn't come with it. Okay, so far in some aspects this one seems to work better, in others it does not. You'll notice that it says 2095 on there now. It goes up to 2099 and I think wraps around at 1997, but I have not been able to figure out how to set these things yet. So I kind of got it to work, but it just kind of behaves erratically with the controls, so I don't know if there's a problem somewhere or if these are really just that difficult to use. But either way, I've now got the Hitachi VM-E635LA recording, and tape mechanism seems to work a whole lot better. Put the electronic image stabilizer on. Problem, and now of course that I'm recording, the zoom control is working just fine. Of course, it was not working when I started using this camera. In fact, it was working even worse than the other one. But now, it's working better. So maybe they just needed some use. I don't know. But I don't hear any of that weird clicking that I hear with the other one. The recording came out okay. At least this camera can play it back. I don't know about any of the other ones. But very interesting that this one could not play back recordings from made on other cameras, but yet it seems to be recording all right. Like I said, here it is. It's basically exactly the same camera. It's just that this is the Hi8 version. And yes, it does in fact have a stereo microphone where this one does not. So I should go ahead and close up the lens cap. Which again, I don't know why it's so difficult to do. Unless, I guess you're supposed to push that in. Which would have been nice to know. Would have been real nice to know. I think the fader effects are pretty much the same. Yeah, they're exactly the same on this one. Same thing with the digital effects. You get your cinema, negative, ZM+2. I have no idea what that does. I still don't get it. Mirror, mosaic, and that's it. So, just some real basic cameras. Nothing too special to see here. So, I was choosing to focus on the house, which is okay, I guess. It doesn't really matter ultimately. This was clean not that long ago. Looks like it's actually snowing again. I don't think it was supposed to do that today. I thought it was supposed to be sunny all day, but evidently not. This battery that came with these cameras is apparently a lot better than it looks. Actually, it almost looks like somebody dropped it because the plastic case is kind of broken. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and insert it in the video, but I did get the power supply, both parts. Use the umbilical cord. I already had an example of the power supply. Let's see if I can find it. I don't actually know where it went. Hard to believe I could manage to lose something in this mess. It was here. I had it plugged in, charging the battery, and it was behaving as though it wouldn't charge. I didn't put it back in there. So, I don't know where it would have gone. That's really kind of weird. Kind of a little crazy, really. I don't really understand. Maybe it got thrown out. Maybe somebody threw it out like a total dork. Because people seem to do that with my stuff. It's never anybody else's stuff. It's always mine that people think is worthless. Never mind the fact that it's actually used. Oh, here it is. It's right here on top of this box. God, sometimes I'm completely blind. I have another one of these that I bought as a standalone. And couldn't figure out what camera it would have gone to because the battery itself, if you take a look at it, which maybe you can kind of take a look at it there. There's no video light on these. Almost looks like an infralithium battery. One of the L series for Sony Handycam, but it's the same voltage, so it would technically work, but you'd have to drill out the notches on it because the notches don't line up. So, leave it to these camera manufacturers to make two standards that are basically exactly the same and make them incompatible. That's just seems to be par of the course for lithium batteries, so whatever. I think that's probably enough of my editorializing, so I'll go ahead and I'll close out the video. Okay, I accidentally recorded over the ending with another camera, which you'll see in another video. So I'm just going to redo it. So, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you have any comments, certainly feel free to leave them down below.